Okay, so if you're new to the channel, I call on my subscribers dragons. We're smoking all my dragons. Divine, righteous, almighty, greats, overachieving, never slacking. And I'm back with a Dimash SOS review. An analysis. Really break this down a little more. One thing about Dimash that I heard was Dimash actually can. I'm pretty sure it was sing in like 12 different languages. Now I want y'all to sit back and just think about the type of level someone is on mentally, where they can articulate themselves on a song in 12 different languages. That's a whole nother level right there, right? And this is why I'm proud to say I have so many Dimash reactions. So many Dimash. I'm actually going to start doing way more Dimash reviews and analysis is because, if I pronounce that right, because it's so many songs that I've heard of his that I realize is just, it needs to be broken down a little more. Like, for example, my last Dimash reaction, I'm pretty sure, was Across Endless Dimensions, which, was from a movie. And listening to, the reason why I don't react to a lot of rap, right? I'm American, and the reason I don't react to a lot of American rap is because it be so toxic, right? Very toxic. Murder, drugs, just lust, things that are heavy on the soul. And there was actually another rapper who just died the other day named PNB Rock. And it's like, when I really like look into that, it just makes me realize why I focus on reacting to songs that people like Dimash and the Angelina Jordans and the Sarah James and so on put out, because it's a certain frequency that people put in the air. And it's like when you're doing music and you're putting that out to hundreds, thousands, millions of people, you got to understand that energy definitely manifests and comes right back to you. And I believe that's one big reason why a lot of people in the rap world die, so tragically, because a lot of their music be tragic, be toxic, talk about killing, and predict themselves getting killed. And that's why I don't promote that on my channel. I try to, I try to pretty much get in a good range. I'm versatile with who I react to, but at the same time, I really avoid the toxic stuff. Like I could easily react to certain rappers all day or certain artists all day and easily bring in a lot more subscribers, but for the wrong reasons. I can't be like one of those ignorant type of people who just get on here and just jump up. This was so fire, and do all the antics. Like, I gotta listen to real music, at least from time to time. At least majority of it has to be real music, and that's why I react to so much Dimash. So with that being said, the song we have today is SOS, which I guess it said it was a call for help of someone in distress. Like, that was the meaning of the song. I wrote some notes down because I watched what the backstory was about, and the songwriter is Michael Berger, who was inspired by Daniel Balavoine by his unique voice. Starmania, which was a French musical, catapulted Daniel to stardom. Mike and Daniel formed a close bond after the musical. They were very close, very supportive of each other. And in 1986, unfortunately, Daniel died from a helicopter accident, which is super tragic. And for some reason, what comes back to my head again is Dimash Across Endless Dimensions. Every time I think of somebody leaving that physical vessel and just being free and exploring endless dimensions. I might have to do a review to that. So 8 years after Daniel died in that 1986 helicopter accident, Michael Berger suffered a fatal heart attack. You know, and like I said, Michael Berger is the one who wrote this SOS, which was inspired by Daniel. Their deaths left a void in the heart of millions of people. You know, millions of fans that they had. So that's extremely unfortunate. And you know, Dimash. One thing about a lot of his covers is there's always a big meaning behind it, right? And he was chosen to do this. You know, he was chosen to. I think I'm pretty sure like he gets chosen to do a lot of these covers. You know, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was this song they were looking for like the best singer. I could be wrong. It might be another song, but it may be this song that they were actually looking for like the best singer in the world or something like that to sing this, and they came across Dimash. I could be wrong. It could be another song. Just correct me in the comments on that one. But let me go ahead and press play. Let's get into some of the lyrics here.
Je vis, pourquoi je meurs, pourquoi je ris, pourquoi je pleure. Voici le SOS d'un derrière en détresse.
To even hear the beginning, you know, why do we live? Why do we die? You know, why do I laugh? Was it? Or was it, yeah, why do I laugh? Why do I cry? You know, that reminds me of, you ever have those open-minded friends you sit down with and, you know, they start breaking down the world. Like, they may not even be like that around certain people, but specifically it's something about your energy. They just start breaking down the world. They start questioning everything. They start questioning why they're breathing, why they're, you know, just the reason for everything in life. That's what those first lyrics remind me of. Somebody who's kind of hit this point. Doesn't necessarily have to be depression, but just this point where they're just like questioning everything, you know.
En détresse, j'ai que sur toi, je peux très besoin, je suis de ma peau.
I've never had my feet on the ground. I'd rather be a bird. I feel uncomfortable in my own skin. Those lyrics, listen, for someone that's an animal lover that actually like when I meditate, you know, on a porch in the morning, I'll see a bunch of birds sometimes just flying, and I'll look at those. Like I feel those lyrics because I look at those birds in the sky and they seem so free. They seem so free. So I definitely get that lyric, especially how he said, "I've never had my feet on the ground. You know, I'd rather be a bird." Then he went on to say he feels uncomfortable in his own skin. A lot of people feel like that more than you know, especially living in this world where most people you know, we all to some extent put on a mask, and you know, we all wear a costume just to get by, right? So a lot of people actually feel uncomfortable in their own skin, and you would actually be surprised. But as far as that, I'd rather be a bird. I can understand that because I look at the birds a lot. I pay attention to the birds a lot. And they just seem so free. There was actually, it was an American robin, I think, that had a nest, laid its eggs like right on my porch, back in I think it was springtime, and just to see how quick they develop and grow and just leave and be free and just fly and just free. I really get those lyrics. And to see, like, Dimash was the perfect singer for this. Like, I don't know why I'm not, like, I'm focused on the lyrics, so I'm really not mentioning his different range and his voices, which is just otherworldly. It's out of this world. Um, Nobody, I don't know if nobody can do it like that. In this generation that I could just name, that I could, not that I could just name, not like that. Like, that's incredible, right? It's incredible, and he really brought justice to this song. Seriously, like, it's pretty mind blowing. Seriously, and if you guys also, I have reacted to so if you guys want to check out my reaction without the review or the analysis, just go to my playlist and type in Dimash SOS, and I have just a reaction to this without the analysis.
Je te jure, confondez la vie avec nos bandes dessinées. Chacun de son fil, tu métamorphoses. Je sens quelque chose qui m'attire. Oh yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like, this whole song, I feel like this could be placed in, like, as in a curriculum, and, like, in school, like, in certain, like, in a music class. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, I believe that a song like this should be played in music classes all over the world, and everyone should be able to should have a moment where they try to break this down, from their own perspective, and really write down how this song makes them feel. I definitely believe that, because this is poetry. This is poetry, right? This is poetry. Then look at that right there, what they did with that, with the wings. I mean, I bet you right now, and Michael and Daniel, they're right there. For some reason, when I think of Michael and Daniel, I think of them both being one of the wings, each of them being one of the wings right there at that performance. I really wonder what's going through Dimash's head right now. That's really the main thing that I'm thinking.
Pourquoi je vis? Pourquoi je meurs? Pourquoi je ris? Pourquoi je pleure?
I seem to catch wavelengths coming from another world. I mean, it's every line in this song is something you can ponder on. Every line in this song is something you can really ponder on and kind of put in your own perspective. It's deep. Like I keep saying, it's poetry. For sure, poetry at its finest. That part at the end gets me too. Sleep, child, sleep. Almost as if he's putting like a restless spirit, to sleep, like his inner self, his inner child, maybe. Like it's that once again, all this is stuff to like. Every lyric is deep enough to just sit back and really ponder on. And really think about it. Like this the type of song that you really sit back and you play for a friend, and you don't even tell them what it's about. You know what I'm saying? You don't even tell your friend what it's about. You just play it for them, and y'all sit back and y'all really just listen to what it does to his mind and how he takes that in, right? Because this is just, I mean, and then as far as the performance is just incredible. Like I said, the wings on the back of Dimash, like for me, I take that as it represents like one wing Daniel, one wing Michael,
en détresse.
of an earthling in distress.
Que sur toi, je peux me très besoin.
And then Dimash ability to just jump from those different ranges, and just Dimash could bring you anywhere he wants, any tempo he wants at any time within the performance. And that is just, I could only imagine being in that front row seat, being in that front row seat right now while he's performing that.
Je soldat de ma foi. Je t'évolue de la voix. Sans jamais s'attraper.
I'd like to see the world upside down if ever it were more beautiful, you know. I mean, do y'all see what I mean though when I say that's poetry? Y'all see what I'm talking about, right?
Je te jure, confondez la vie avec nos bandes dessinées. Chacun de son fil, tu métamorphoses. Je sens quelque chose qui m'attire. Oh yeah.
The way he changes his voice and his voice gets so deep right there, it just, I mean, this is what I mean when I say otherworldly. Like, how many other artists can do this? Pourquoi je vis? Pourquoi je meurs? Pourquoi je ris? Pourquoi je pleure? J'ai pas le temps et des temps de notre monde. Yeah, that's no joke, y'all. That's no joke. No joke at all. Wow. That was Dimash SOS, and I know Michael and Daniel are proud. And I know they was on stage with Dimash for that, and that was extremely powerful. With that being said, guys, original link will be in the description. Wow, shout out to all my dears. Love you guys. Everybody enjoy your night. Much love. I'll be back with more soon.